Hi, I'm Chad. In the fall of 2020, I bought this boat, a Columbia 10.7 called Samantas, for $750. We motored her south to her new home at Chipman Point Marina on Lake Champlain. She is now undergoing a complete refit in preparation to begin sailing the world. How are you guys doing this week? A couple things have changed. I'll show you in a few minutes. I've got a new camera. You'll notice that I'm not using my tablet or my cell phone right now, so it doesn't appear like I'm in a right-hand drive car with the selfie camera. So I picked up a Canon M50. Seems to be a good camera for vlogging and the kinds of things that I'm doing right now. And I'm going to share that with you. So I'd gotten the entire galley pulled apart last week. That's what I was working on. And the last little detail in the galley that I need to tackle is removing the compressor and cold plate that goes into the freezer so that I can pull the tub, re-insulate, and put everything back together. So that's what I'm doing today. I've watched a few videos on YouTube this week, and it sounds like there's likely a quick disconnect on the lines that allow you to separate the cold plate from the compressor without leaking Freon. So I'm going to investigate that and see if that's the case. I hope it is. Otherwise, I need to get a hold of a HVAC guy to come out here and extract the Freon, prevent it from getting into the atmosphere. So that's what's going on for today. And then we'll see. If we've got more time, we'll get into the captain's quarter berth. Let me get inside and get set up. I will start by showing you my new camera. Hopefully this will help the video quality up the bar a little bit and do a better job here on YouTube. As I learn my way through this process, we'll see what happens. So here we are up on top. This is the mess I left last week. Kitchen, all torn apart. I still got to remove that pump over there. That's the foot pump for the fresh water. So this all came apart. Most of the components for this are sitting over here on the port side settee. I've got a pretty good mess here. All that other stuff piled up in the V-berth. Components from the bathroom and other parts of deconstruction. And then I'm also got a full quarter berth over here. It's quite a mess. As I was saying, the project today is to remove this unit here. Cold plate freezer. I think we're going to start from outside on that. You can see the lines down there in the bottom. I don't see any way to disconnect them on this end. And that was the thermostat there. There's two lines that come through. There's this line here. There's the thermostat line, and then there's the main Freon line coming from the compressor. And I'm probably going to have to pull these blocks of wood that are in here. I don't know why they use wood inside of a refrigerator. Pull that shelf out. This thing's not just lifting. I did pry a little bit. You can see it's a little cracked, just to see if it's going to pick up out of there. I think from my research on YouTube for this, the lines, they come into the back of this compressor. I think there's a quick disconnect. So I'm going to try to figure that out. So hopefully I can get it all apart and get it out of here. And continue with taking the fridge apart. And I'll be taking out the compressed natural gas stuff while I'm at it as well. Let me take a few minutes to show you this camera. So I have to shoot this with my tablet because, well, I can't film it with the camera that I'm going to be using. But here it is. It's a Canon M50. Lots of reviews on YouTube using this for vlogs. It seems like a pretty decent camera. I do have the kit lens. I need to look into getting other lenses for different things. It has a touchscreen. You can move your focal point anywhere you want. Of course, it zooms. This flips around as well. You can look through the viewfinder, and that enables you to be able to shoot a little bit better when you can't see the screen outside. So the reviews are good. Check them out. I'm doing a crash course on photography as well and filming. This is nothing that I've been involved with. And it came with a tripod. The camera body and the lens have some stabilization features, so it should be less jumpy. I'm not a camera guy. I guess that's another skill that I'm going to have to learn as part of this boating and filming YouTube project. If you are familiar with them, you know that they're pretty decent cameras. They're about $650 new. I got this one secondhand on eBay for $500. If you don't, look them up. There's a lot of good information about them out there. They're great all-around digital camera and great for filming and video as well. Back to the fridge. Alright guys, we are in the cockpit, and this is the hatch for the cockpit locker. First thing I'm going to do is get this compressed natural gas stuff out of my way, and then I'm going to figure out how to disconnect it from this compressor. Quick disconnects like I've read about online. No Freon loss. Then we'll pull the cold plate out of the fridge and see where we're at. See if maybe we can lift that tub out of there. That would be awesome to get all that done today. Not a lot of work, but a lot of figuring out how it all works. The weather took a bit of a turn here. It's raining right now. Watched a couple of different YouTube videos about how to extract R12 properly, and I've got to go pick up a couple of things. So it's a road trip. Unfortunately, there's not a quick disconnect in these R12 Freon cooling lines. This system might be a little bit too old. It looks like there's some things I can buy and I can extract the system. A little bit of education, a couple of YouTube videos, and some special tools. So I'm going to try to do that. It'd be good to be able to have that ability when you're cruising anyway. Be able to do it for myself, be able to help others. It's a little bit of a side trip, but good to know and awesome. So here's the fridge. I pulled those wooden teak rails off the side that the top shelf sat on. There's the cold plate separated from the wall. You can see the Freon line coming out. I removed the thermostat and the sensor, and then there's just this wire sitting there. That thermostat is laying right here. It's definitely toast. I might end up with a whole kit, who knows, to rebuild this fridge. One thing that occurred to me while I'm doing this, you see this step down here? There's a shelf partway down, a little ledge. I'm not sure if I might be able to turn that bottom section into freezer. Create a separation on that layer there. It wouldn't be too bad for freezer size. And perhaps this whole top piece could be fridge. I know that the cold sinks to the bottom. Be able to redesign this thing a little bit. I think that would be enough freezer space. So that might work. Build this into 2 levels like that. Freezer on the bottom, fridge on top. I'm not gonna stick you in the cockpit locker with a camera to look around and see because of the rain. But you can see there, that's the compressed natural gas tank, the regulator, and the lines. Those are out. So I'm going to do a road trip, see if I can pick up some of the stuff I need. Time permitting, I'll come back, extract the system, pull it apart, and get this fridge out. I would love to be able to lift this tub up and out of here. And I'm thinking I'm going to spray the whole outside of this box with a couple inches of urethane foam. Really insulate it. And then I'll have to build a very heavily insulated top for it as well. The biggest loss with refrigeration is the insulation. So I'm going to make this tub as efficient as I can. Interesting. Things are coming along. A new little learning curve. But that's one of the things I really like about boats. There's so much to do and it's all different. You're never going to get bored. Well, I'm not going to get bored. You need to know a little bit of everything. Alright, well, I'm going to get headed down the road, and maybe I'll catch you a little later if I get what I need today and can continue. So there's the cold plate. There's the lines that the Freon run in. High and low pressure. These are the connections. It's a little hard to see in the dark. It was charged, so I had to have it extracted. And once that was done, I was able to disconnect. It was all underneath here, and then there was a bunch of coils underneath here, and then it shot down and it went through that hole. So I was able to snake that out carefully, not kink anything. It appears like it's in pretty good shape. Like I said, it was still charged, so that's good. I want to thank those that have subscribed to my channel, or like, share, and comment on my videos. If you're new to my channel, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps me to gain traction here on YouTube.